It's not a staff meeting, it's a Board of Commissioners meeting, isn't it?
Let's go with that one.
Okay, the Board of Commissioners meeting on October the 15th.
I meant what you knew.
You knew what?
We were all with
We'll
you.
go with
were
you
all
anywhere,
with me.
Roma.
Anywhere, okay, that's good, I'm glad. I am so glad that I have the support of this board. And on my left, we have Commissioner Deb Shore, as well as Vice Chair and Commissioner Sean Flowerday. And on my right, we have Commissioner Krista Yoakum and Commissioner Rick Vest. I am Commissioner Roma Amundson, Chair of the Board, and will you join with me now in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, and thank you so much. And Mr. Clerk, will you begin the agenda?
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available from the county clerk staff at the front of the hearing room. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on Tuesday, October 8th, 2019.
I move approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Are there any corrections? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 2 are claims. Approval of all claims processed through October 15th, 2019.
Move approval of the claims. I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the claims. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 3, consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there's an exception, these items will be approved as one with a single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are approval of change order number 1 to county contract C-19-361 with Bauer Underground, Inc. to add rental of a side dump for a net increase of $6,190. Contract with Pavers, Inc. for annual supply cold mix asphalt. The cost of county is not to exceed $6,350. Amendment to county contract C-18-642 with AV Associates of Nebraska for annual supply of household miscellaneous batteries. Grant contract with the following: the Hub Central Access Point for Young Adults for Youth Community Service Program, and Donald P. Ballou, Ph.D. for the Youth Crisis Response System Program. Grant contract with the Hub Central Access Point for Young Adults for the Youth Volunteer Coordination Program. Setting public hearings for the following dates in room 12 of the County City Building. Tuesday, October 22nd, 2019 at 9 a.m. regarding the proposed sale of property legally described as the west 66 feet of the north 310 feet of Lot 10, a regular tract located in the northwest quarter of Section 30, Township 12, Range 7, east of the 6 p.m., Lancaster County, Nebraska, which includes declaring that the property no longer serves a county purpose, determining its fair market value, and setting the date for its sale. Tuesday, October 29th, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. regarding the 1 and 6 year road and bridge improvement program.
Move approval of the consent items.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent items. Please call the roll.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 4 is new business. 4A is a resolution on a matter of witness fees paid by Lancaster County which have remained unclaimed for 6 months or more.
Move approval. A second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. B is a resolution in the matter of county maintenance of roads in Silverhawk Estates Edition.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer and
Ken Schroeder, County Engineering Department.
Lancaster County Surveyor. Today we bring forward Silverhawk for county maintenance. It is shown on the exhibit here. Ken has inspected it. It does meet the requirements for county maintenance as stated. Once again, as I come forward, I would like to state that although the procedure is to continue to approve these subdivisions for maintenance, that it is not sustainable. And in fact, if I am to get on the clerk's website and put in an assessed value of $500,000 for one of these acreage houses, which I believe is probably low, under $50 of that total tax assessment comes to our office for maintenance of these roads. And this continues to not be a sustainable system. And so, that being said, the regulations that have been set forth to me by the commissioners are when these subdivisions meet the criteria to be maintained, we maintain them. And so therefore, even though I do not believe in this process, I am bringing the subdivision forward for maintenance.
Okay, well, thank you for that explanation.
Are there any questions?
Is there any discussion?
I'd point out that this one was platted in 2017, so it was a fairly quick occupancy, meeting the occupancy requirements. And currently, we have this last phase of the preserve at Cross Creek that is being reviewed for maintenance also. So this one will be probably brought forth maybe in the spring.
Good.
I move approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the resolution. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest, Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. B is a special designated license application from Seven Diamonds LLC for an event at Hillside Event Center, 12,400 West Denton Road, Denton, Nebraska, on November 2nd, 2019.
Move approval.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4D is setting the annual salary for Jennifer Holden, Chief Deputy Public Defender, in the amount of $140,883, effective October 24th, 2019.
Move approval.
I second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
If I could just make a comment, this the woman who I haven't had the opportunity to meet is replacing Margene Tim, who served as our the juvenile public defender for decades, and an amazing lady, and really has done a lot for youth and our juvenile justice system in Lincoln and Lancaster County.
Yeah.
She will be missed.
Margene's been great. I know Jen Holden fairly well, and I also know for a fact that Jen was Margene's pick to fill her spot. So I think we're going to be well served in this.
Big shoes to follow. She'll do a great
Yeah,
job.
absolutely.
Well, in many of the meetings in which I've sat, Jen has really stepped forward. Yeah, she's really done a great job. Okay. Please call the roll.
We've already voted, so.
Oh, geez. Okay.
4E is liability insurance coverage with the National Legal Aid and Defender Association Services Corporation for the Lancaster County Public Defender's Office in the amount of $6,773. The policy begins on November 1st, 2019, for a period of 12 months.
Move approval.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. F is an agreement with Eurotech USA Inc. to provide for abutment stabilization at county structures N-149, A-151, and A-138. The cost of county is $41,442. The work is to be completed on or before November 15th, 2019.
Lancaster County Engineer Pam Dingman. On the overhead, I have placed an exhibit showing the location of these three bridges. A-138 and A-151 were both damaged during the bomb cyclone event of March of 2019. And then N-149 was damaged during that event and then has continued to deteriorate through the summer. And so really this small amount of money in a process that is a special foam injection, which if it hits the surface of the water, it still gets hard, we'll be able to get these three bridges stabilized and back open. So this is significant. It is the first time that our organization has used this method to stabilize. This method is not a method that we are able to use uniformly on all of our closed bridges, but these three bridges are excellent candidates for this method of repair, which we have researched in our office and we bring forward to you at this time.
I move approval.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? I would just like to say that I really appreciate the fact that you've researched these innovative ideas. And that is going to be really a huge, huge benefit to the people who live in these areas.
This is injecting about 2,000 pounds or 1 ton of foam, if you can kind of get your head around what that is, to the two bridges in the north end of the county. And we will be able to open them in just a couple days.
That's fantastic.
After this is done. And so we're looking forward to getting these open to help the farmers out in this area with harvest.
Oh, great. Okay. All right, please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. G is a recommendation from the purchasing agent and Lancaster County Engineer to award and execute a purchase order to Murphy Tractor and Equipment Company for a 2018 John Deere 245G excavator. The total amount of the order is $179,925.37.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer, and
Bud Geisling, I'm Assistant Highway Superintendent for Lancaster County.
so last spring, Bud and I came to you to rent an excavator off of the source well system that the county has an interlocal agreement with the state to use. Incidentally, when we purchase equipment off the source well, I believe we get a 37% discount from list.
Yes.
So that is, of course, a well over 6-figure amount on this piece of equipment. In addition to that, when we rented it last spring, and we have used it a lot since then, we were able to get a credit for the amount of rent we paid the last 5 months on this piece of equipment. So the base list price of the equipment, I think, is somewhere around $290,000, and the purchase price of $179,000 that we bring forward is less that discount from Sourcewell and then less the rent we've paid on it. So this is obviously a great deal for the county. And then putting an excavator into our fleet, especially this year when we've had a number of issues with tree debris, we've had a number of issues with failed pipes. This excavator has been really, really busy in the county, and it has really helped us move our organization forward. And if you have any other exciting excavator detail questions,
I would gladly answer it.
Bud here is an expert in excavators, and so.
Well, all I can say is that this is a fantastic example of the utilization of taxpayer dollars. You've done a really excellent job in working with us, and it's good financial management, so thank you.
Thank you.
I will move approval.
I second.
Okay. Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4H will hold until after the public hearing. Number 5 is a public hearing amendment of the Lancaster County General Assistance Guidelines.
Well, we will open the public hearing. And good morning.
Good morning.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do. Sarah Hoyle, Director of Lincoln Lancaster Human Services.
The general assistance guidelines are something through state statute that we're required to provide. Every county provides their own set of guidelines. We also need to update them every 2 years. So we're at that time again where we review these. A committee of several partners within the agency, as well as different staff in the county, including our legal counsel here today, was instrumental in reviewing these. There's 2 significant changes. Most of them going through are just grammatical changes, but the 2 that I do want to draw your attention to, the first one being that we adopted Lincoln Housing Authority, their rent policy. They spend a considerable amount of time looking at the fair market value of rent in Lancaster County, and it's something that the other agencies that provide rental assistance, they also use that model too. So getting us in line with what the rest of the county was doing is something that we did in this set of guidelines, and it didn't cost taxpayers. I mean, we were talking a matter of $10 difference, but it was just getting us in line with what they were doing. And then the second thing too is general assistance provides non-food vouchers for personal needs, $25 a month. So we're not talking a significant amount of money. We've always provided those. But in the guidelines, and I guess I should say too, those are very important to our clients. While $25 doesn't seem like a lot to you and me, that's a lot for people that don't have an income coming in. So occasionally, clients will use it on things that they're not allowed to. For example, occasionally they'll buy a candle with it, and that's something they can't buy with this. Well, the guidelines historically had written in there that that could exclude them then from ever getting one of those vouchers again. And so in this set of guidelines, we said you get 2 warnings in a 12-month period. After the second warning, it's suspended for a 6-month time frame. And then after 6 months, you're eligible again for that non-food voucher. So those are the 2 major changes that we have this year in the guidelines. Any questions?
Yeah, Deb?
So you have a staff member that every month looks through every single one of these $25 vouchers, and can you give us an example of what is appropriate if a candle is not, and this is a food voucher? What types of items are they purchasing?
So toiletries, those kinds of things, and that's mainly what we're talking about with these items. Toilet paper, women's hygiene needs, toothpaste, toothbrush.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a staff member, yes, every month that goes through every item from these receipts to verify that it's allowable.
Wow.
Well, it's certainly, I think that last change is a very compassionate change, though, because sometimes there needs to be a little bit of learning that gets involved in it, so very good.
Yeah, both of these seem very reasonable to me and a positive step in continuing to provide the right kind of services. So thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Okay, any other questions? Well, then I will close the public hearing, and let's move on then to item 4H.
This is an amendment of the Lancaster County General Assistance Guideline.
I move approval.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Best,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 6, public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
And seeing no one come forward, let's move on to number 7.
Announcements: the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, October 17th, 2019 at 8:30 a.m. in the Bill Luxford studio of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will attend a tour on October 17th, 2019 at 12 p.m. at the Lincoln Sports Foundation. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, October 22nd, 2019 at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV City. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV and can be viewed on YouTube.
The Thursday tour was canceled because Dan Lessowing was not available. I did send out an email on that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Would ask for a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, let's move on to the Board of Equalization meeting.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of their hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available from the county clerk's staff at the front of the hearing room. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approve the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, October 1st, 2019.
I move approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 2 are additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Move approval of the additions and deductions.
And I second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 3 is certification of the 2019-2020 tax levies.
I move approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 4, public hearing. This is for motor vehicle tax exemption applications for Nebraska Wesleyan University, New Bethel Bible Way Apostolic Temple Church, and the Malone Center.
Okay, we'll open the public hearing. And if anyone is here to testify in opposition, in favor of, or in a neutral capacity, please come forward. And seeing none, I'll close the public hearing.
Next is number 5, action on motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Move approval.
I'll second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 6 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to County Board of Equalization business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
I move we adjourn.
I'll second that?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, meeting is adjourned.